We are coming to you from the 2015 Brass Expo with a nice little treat. We're with our friend Fred Hill, who's a juggernaut in our industry. We view him as a rock star. He knows more than I'll ever learn. But anyways, this is a nice treat for you. We're going to talk to Fred a little bit about the coach yard, some of his new releases, but also we're going to have a little fun just talking about the hobby and some of the things you've seen and done, and some of the people you've met and some of the fun you've had doing this business. So
the fun I've had doing this business.
Yeah.
This is what this business is all about, is fun. Yeah.
Got you started in the hobby.
It's the age-old story that I had a train store and I wanted a brass piece, and none of the importers were interested in doing it. Really, I thought, well, hey, why don't we do it ourselves? And I met Stan Soho and Company, and I said, Stanley, I want to do this piece, and can you introduce me to a builder? And he said, sure, why not? You got to come to Japan.
Japan, yes.
Yeah, Japan. Well, hell, I'd never been out of the United States.
Yeah.
So I thought, well, why not? Let's go to Japan. So, and Stan didn't go with us.
No.
He never went to Japan. He never wanted to go there. But Dave and I went over there and met Kumada-san of KTM, and he said, sure, we'll build it. What do you want? I said, well, we want to do these horse cars. And he said, well, you've got to do 500 pieces. We're going, 500?
Yeah.
That's serious.
That's serious. That was your first project then?
That was the first project, the horse cars, 1984. Nice. Yeah. But it's been a lot of fun. It really has been. It's just, we enjoy the research more than anything else. So we have a lot of fun researching the trains, and it's really developing history. That's what we like about the business, is the historical part.
And what's some of the feedback from your customers that makes you feel good about what you do?
Well, they call me Mr. Gucci. I'm the Gucci trains guy.
That's, you never mind hearing that.
So,
right?
you know, I take that as a compliment.
Yeah, I think that's how it's meant. What are some of you got any fun stories about customers that walked into your shop? You're in the Pasadena area, so.
You know, I remember one customer, one day this little beat up Toyota rolled up in front, and I opened the door at 9 o'clock in the morning. I see this car, and I see this kind of scruffy guy sitting in the front seat, and I go, oh, okay. I unlock the door, get in and close the door. And at 9:30, I unlock the door, and this man comes in, strolls in, and he walked around the store for 2 hours. We went up, said, can we help you? He said, oh, no, I'm just looking. And he walked out. That was it. So the next morning, there's that Toyota right in front of the store again, and same guy. So I unlock the door. He comes in, and he says, I'll take one of those, one of those, one of those. Just going right down the brass case. Oh, do you have 2 of those? I'll take that one. And 40 models. We had it right there. And he says, I'm going to give you a check, but I know you won't let me take the models. I said, you got that right? Yeah. He says, no, we'll wait till the check clears, and I'll come and pick them up. And sure enough, you know, I called the bank, and they laughed. They said, oh, his check, don't worry about it.
Wow. Wow.
And, you know, I can tell you a lot of stories like that of people that not only have money, but it's just the friendship, the bond.
Right.
They have this passion, this love of trains. And I'm sure you've seen it too.
Yeah, I think it's universal, and that's the point, right? Like, you know, we'll see ultra wealthy people, you know, just melt down and love this stuff. And then we'll see, you know, guys that have to save. I had a story of a guy that, you know, had to put off buying his engagement ring because we had a brass train that he had to have, and his fiance was okay with it, right? So it's like, he's like, what? I got to make famous, and then I'll get my engagement ring.
I had a couple that beans and weenies. She said, you know, we're going to eat beans and weenies for 3 weeks. And he says, yes, dear, but I got to have that locomotive. I mean, that's it. She had the passion too.
Right.
But this is why, you know, with the coach yard, this is what I do. I mean, it's for the people. It's not me doing it for me.
Right.
You know, I do it for my clientele.
Right.
And I enjoy going to the shows because I enjoy listening to what they have to say.
Yeah.
You know, they're the critics. They're my critique. and I listen to what they have to say about what we do, what they'd like to see done, and you got to focus on that. You got to build what they want, you know, not what my passion is. Hell, the train I want is the 1890s Sunset Limited. That'll never happen. There's only two people that. Oh no, I can say never on this. I've tried to market this train.
Yeah.
But you know, there's two people that want it: me and maybe you.
Yeah, I'll buy one.
There you go.
Yeah.
I got two.
All right, there we go. We're halfway there. Oh, so you know, I think a lot of our customers, I know we try to educate them on what goes into importing. I know myself, I still have a lot to learn. What can you tell, you know, our audience a little bit about what goes into creating these models?
Well, I hate to say it, but you got to be a perfectionist. I mean, you have to. We're model building, and we're creating an image, and we're putting it in a miniature form, and it's got to be an exact replica, as close as we can get to replicating the real thing that you remember as a kid, or you know, what my buyer remembers as a kid. But it's the romance. You have to put that in the model, and that's what we add to it. We love the creativity, and it takes a long time to do this. I mean, Dave and I go back to the Newberry Library in Chicago. It's one of the finest research libraries around that has all the Pullman records, all the Pullman diagrams and everything, and they just have it in cardboard boxes. And we spend hours sorting through this to find the right plan of the sconce that goes in car 407 of the Illinois Central. But they have all this material, but we got to dig it out. Well, that's the stuff that we love doing.
Right.
See, so that to me helps create that replication, that model form that we enjoy doing.
I think anytime in life, if you love it and you enjoy it, then that passion kind of shows through.
I think that probably is why Dave and I are successful in our business, because we do have the passion.
Right.
It's not the models that we're creating. It's just enjoying the hunt to find that one thing. I know a lot of our projects would take up to 7 years to fruition, only because we need little details that we can't find until we finally find it. A good example is the M10004. We've been wanting to do that train for 30 years.
Wow.
But we couldn't find the data. Only until last year did we finally find the information we were looking for. And it's a stupid little thing. The curvature of the body rolls underneath the cars. We never knew what's underneath the cars. We finally found the plans.
Oh,
we saw a lot of photographs, but none showed us the detail because they had actually skirted underneath the cars.
Wow.
So we finally found the plan. So now we can put that detail in, and you will never see that detail because it's going to be all enclosed in.
Wow.
But we found it.
Yeah, and it's there, and it's going to be right.
It's going to be right.
I'm excited about that project, by the way. That's going to be pretty neat.
Oh yeah, that time period, the 30s and the 40s were, to me, the heyday of passenger train service. You know? That's when I never experienced that, but I did get to ride a lot of the passenger trains when they were individualized.
Right.
You know, the Lark, the Daylight, the 20th Century, you know, beautiful trains to ride on. The service, explicit. The Southern Railway, to me, was still the finest railroad to ride on, you know, only because of the food.
Right.
Except for breakfast. You can't beat the Santa Fe French toast.
I haven't had that experience, but I can tell you it's still, even as a younger person, that era, it just brings something, you know, to the art and design and the charisma and the height of, you know, the industrialization, the streamline. We see so much of it today.
Oh, the streamlining,
and so we can't go back in time, but we can kind of recreate that a little bit in these models, especially when they're as precise as what you're doing.
You know, Dan, and that really was it is. It's bringing that feeling back. It's bringing that memory back. When you look at my models, you know, to me, I see it, and I enjoy it when the customer sees it too. That they start reminiscing. Oh, I remember riding that train, you know, when I was a kid. You know, and that to me, there's my enjoyment.
Right.
That makes me smile right there. Yeah.
No, that's
that
cool.
I brought that image back to them.
Right. Absolutely.